Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the Road to 100, where today we are in the Howling Pit. And today in the Howling Pit, we are not going to be running Mia, but we're going to see how well the commit to memory with the 33% reduction in cooldown does for something like this, where we have 7 seconds on a cooldown instead of 10. Here we will have 14 seconds instead of 20. And here we will have 7 seconds instead of 10. Now we could bring that way down if we want to take Dark Shout out of the mix here and put in Blood Awakening over here, which we can absolutely try that and give that a shot. But for what this is here, as we are going to be running along here, this is going to still be pretty interesting, all things considered here. And as you can see, we are very easily matched here to destroy literally anything we want to come up against, which is very great. And as you can see, the difference here, whoops, okay, I can't see him. I can't get a backstab. He does not like being slapped, but as you can see there, we have tons and tons of possible damage that we can put out on these guys at any point that we choose to. And so we can go for all of these wonderful attacks here. Whoops. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Okay. That was definitely not what I was expecting there, for sure. But the fun part about this is that we have literally crazy bonkers damage versus these guys, and the commit to memory here actually does work very well. And versus the executioner, this is going to be interesting because typically that fight, you don't have this option unless you are running Harmonia. And so now that we will have this option in a very different form factor of running a build of Queen's Ribcage with a couple of ice gifts and a tracking fire gift. So we will have our 20% increase in damage. We'll have 3 gift accelerators here if we can actually go for the third one. And we will have unlimited Ichor because of Field of Thirst and Tribute of Blood. And so we won't be using our weapon at all. And this will all be up to whether or not we are able to survive her first phase, because in the second phase she's just going to be sliding around, which the slides are simple enough to dodge out of the way. And so this will be interesting to see how that entire effort is going to go. For now, it is simply attack these guys and get as much Ichor as possible before we get to the next area. Now, this is very interesting because typically Queen's Ribcage does not have any kind of health increases, and so this is very different and strange as compared to how you would normally play Ribcage, because having 3468 HP is definitely truly higher, significantly higher than when you start with 2884 when you play the regular way instead of here with the Transfusion mod. So definitely playing for Transfusion here is very nice, and it makes for some very excellent encounters along the way here, and it's very enjoyable to see how just how everything can go along. engaging the enemy here. Very, very awesome that we could put 42,000 damage on that guy pretty much instantly as a burst set of damage there. So very, very cool. Alright, and I thought maybe the fire would go towards these other guys, but I didn't actually get it planted in place just because of Field of Thirst. Field of Thirst now is like super viable, way more than it was before, obviously because of the cooldown reduction, so that is very, very awesome. And as you can see, because of Field of Thirst and what is this called? Tribute of Blood, we are able to simply wreck everything and anything that comes within our reach. Oh, and of course, we had to get pushed off the edge. That is most unfortunate of a way to die at this point. And we weren't too terribly high on our ichor levels, so that's completely fine. But typically Ribcage is one of the more weaker blood codes in the game, and it went from being one of the more weaker blood codes that you wouldn't normally typically think about using, and it skyrocketed, the transfusion mod skyrocketed this thing into the stratosphere. And so it's completely capable of being used in a huge, awesome, beautiful way. Okay, and so as we go here, we can just do this. We get all our ichor back, and then we can slap this thing. So very, very cool that is indeed possible, and we are able to take the fast way through the swamp there and not worry about any of those enemies on our tail. Now, if you want this transfusion mod, head over to Nexus Mod, and it is a very small download, about 1 megabyte, and it actually is pretty incredible how this thing changed literally the entire landscape of the entire game, because it sent every single blood code into the stratosphere here with being awesome. And as you can see, we are more than capable of keeping damage output at a premium here, and we are able to I really don't even want to go over here because I'm so confident that we will burn down the executioner here in one go, simply just because of what we are running. So kind of interesting here how it will start, but all things considered, we will come out on top, and the executioner really won't have any ability here because commit to memory lasts so long, especially with gift extension active. It will last longer than what this fight will be, and so it will be so very nice to be able to have that cooldown reduction all the way through the fight for many more gifts and everything along the way. Okay. Great. Oh, interesting. Okay, and what is she going to do? Great. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. Okay. We did a little bit of damage there, which is nice. Okay. Alright, that's completely fine. Alright, and let's do this. Alright. And then one big boom for the end. So we did get extra lucky there with a double glitched firestorm and homing hellfire there, and so we got 2 of them on her at the same time to make for a grand amount of damage there at the beginning. And so that was probably once in a lifetime there for me to actually get both of those casted at the same time. Definitely go back and watch that, how that happened, because I casted it, she hit me, and then I casted another one because she canceled my animation. However, because it was a cast at a distance, it was able to actually start the gift. However, the cooldown had not happened. It had not instantiated the cooldown yet, and so I was able to cast another one immediately. So that was very nice that we were able to cast both of those all at once, and then we were able to cast Freezing Roar and Baba Yaga's Gaze, and we were able to get basically duplicates here for homing hellfire, and that's where the bulk of the damage came out, was from her getting staggered, going down, and both of those hellfires burning on her all at the same time. So kind of another quickie one today, but this is just so much fun to watch how this gift, Commit to Memory and Tribute of Blood, is actually ruining the game so very hard, more so than like if you had longer Final Journey or something like that. So this is the way to play Vayne, is with gifts. And so these guys over there in the mod community, they played into exactly what Vayne is and how to break it just a little bit more than what it already was broken before. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're really enjoying the Transfusion mod here. Let's say hi to Human Woman.
You saved me back in town, and now I live at the shelter you told me about. I have to donate blood regularly, but they give me food, a place to live, and clean clothes. I can sleep without fear of revenants or the lost. To me, it seems quite luxurious. I have a much better life now, thanks to you.
Well, don't mention it. You are more than worth it. So anyways, on that note, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Or, let's see. We'll see you guys in the next episode. I believe that's a couple days from now. But until then, have a great day, and we'll see you then. Bye.